SNAP saved for now. Thank you for joining us at 6. I'm Darren Perrin.
And I'm Kat Villianzoni. Vermont lawmakers step in to fund 3 Squares Vermont. Here's what we know. About 65,000 Vermonters rely on that food assistance program. It's about 1 in 10 people in Vermont. Lawmakers today agreed to fund 2 weeks of benefits. You will only get half the amount you normally get, though, and it will be delayed, arriving by November 7th. Lawmakers will then reevaluate by November 13th to figure out if they need to issue the other half. That is, if the government remains closed. The legislature's vote there coming ahead of a key deadline and concerns that some won't be able to access their benefits.
Channel 3's Calvin Cutler is joining us now live from the State House tonight, where just hours ago, lawmakers and the governor set aside millions for Vermonters in need. Calvin, you know, a lot of confusion over the last few weeks. What happened today?
Yeah, good evening, Darren and Kat. There has certainly been a lot of confusion in the nearly 1 month since the government shut down, and now there's serious concerns about delivering Vermonters' social safety net. That's LIHEAP and SNAP 3 Squares Vermont benefits. Now, earlier today, state legislators and Governor Phil Scott allocated emergency funds. 65-year-old Richard Davis of Randolph lives with a disability on top of battling cancer and heart disease.
I'm on 8 different medicines now, and by the time we pay rent and lights and gas just for going to doctors and car insurance, we have nothing left.
He's one of some 65,000 Vermonters who depend on 3 Squares Vermont benefits to help put food on the table. Even then, he says the rising cost of groceries is taking a toll. How do you make it work?
A lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
State lawmakers are alarmed at the congressional impasse and are concerned about Vermonters like Davis going without benefits.
And I personally can't imagine anything more urgent than making sure that people can feed themselves and not freeze to death.
So Wednesday, a panel of lawmakers and Governor Phil Scott earmarked $6.3 million in state tax dollars to extend benefits for 15 days. There's also $250,000 for the state food bank and $14 million for home heating fuel assistance. Governor Phil Scott, who says we won't be reimbursed for spending your taxes on this, blames Washington, D.C.
This is being used as a political tool by both parties, and it's unfortunate that they can't come together and figure this out.
State lawmakers are also seeing other red flags, which could also hurt your wallet, like the potential expiration of health care subsidies at the heart of the shutdown fight.
It is a 1-2 punch, honestly, if they don't receive both of those, and we should not be pitting health care against food.
Back in Randolph, Davis says the whiplash of information and the uncertainty around resources he depends on has taken a toll. Adding any reduction in SNAP benefits could leave him starving.
It would be a matter of, do we eat or do we pay rent? And right now, the way things are going, it looks like, you know what, let's just pay rent.
Now, there's going to be a robocall and several emails coming from the Department for Children and Families in the coming days, letting beneficiaries know about these changes and that their EBT cards will work. But lawmakers say that if this shutdown is still going for another 2 weeks, lawmakers say that they may have to reconvene and pass another 15 days of SNAP funding. Reporting live at the State House, Calvin Cutler, Channel 3 News.
Calvin, thank you. Vermont's congressional delegation says, you know, they've heard your concerns about SNAP funding.
Woman in St. Johnsbury, we will either be evicted or hungry. Which would you choose? A woman in Essex, without SNAP, I will not be able to eat or get through the month. The situation is out of control. A Vermonter in Brattleboro, I am terrified to hear I'll likely have no grocery money next month.
Senator Peter Welch there amongst a group of Democratic senators today who spoke about the Trump administration's decision not to use emergency funding to pay for SNAP benefits. The Trump administration says it can only be used in the event of a natural disaster, but Democrats say the president is playing politics.
Meanwhile, Senator Bernie Sanders called on the president to follow the law.
Do what Congress mandated you do. Do not let children in America and their parents and grandchildren go hungry. Do not go down as the first president in history to manufacture a hunger crisis.
Democrats say Trump became the first president in history to not fund SNAP during a government shutdown. And of course, we will keep you up to date as anything changes because we know how many people it affects here. Just download our WCAX News app and you can stay up to date on the latest information about the SNAP funding fallout as it develops.